Yeah, make us up. Okay. What's it? Eba. Ebusiafo essence mo makwa ba biem at the bar already drive time so Adam here dia me giswa name Mr. Possible. Of course, everything is possible. Many minua right one and then so that's what nasi. Yet nasi dia now him say fidia hanum be ye adibia enitia. Yeah, aging Apex Bold Ventures na boy chidom e ma ye di dwumadi de bro. And then so trying kutu na hwe ye na mesra say obe like wa share wa san so the comment no e dey pay so amount o comment no the bounce so be kan na me san so amasika me ma shout out amasika ma shout out. I just love what you are doing, so just keep it up. So I say the drive time na we unigusu a san so e hwe no nti no me semre kra no e ma menua right Faba na de wo ho no bia na de access ba before menua right me ma na kwaba no de same way de betu nso o de etu ho ye me kan nyina ne say ade we wa enye wo de no amfa nya onyanko simple abcd se onim se ukwa ko pin obi ato jem e ma ne ho ahyehye na se ye de ye wo na se enye wo da nso so emfa nkoye obi yes ade we nyina the world will be at peace. Ora right em wakwaba and ready dey na ko yeah it's mugusu amoje yeah na easter so ni asade ato so I hope that enam ni be chef reading.
Oh, I be chef reading mode.
Pastor. Okay. Yeah. So a quick one. What is the most beautiful thing God created to you? Adi onyankopon boy ya like. Put me say eya ofe pa. We say abode ni de mu gu ahodo. Ba me say me wo adi bi onyankopon boy abode asunku bi a onyankopon boy ya to me say me media ni ye media ni ye sebo ye me fe pa and you also say then nyankopon boy ye ofe.
From my standpoint of view, no, I can't wait for you to say me not a believer.
Oh,
I don't believe in those stories. I'm not saying God doesn't exist. But I don't believe in those stories. But if I'm supposed to say there
abode ye ofe
fair, living beings.
Yeah.
Nipa.
Like
live life.
Okay.
What you say? And the Maria se koso. What you say?
The Maria se
and more
bia
what you say? Adibia etumi bia no. I think me personally and the Maria say.
Yeah, and they ofe.
Yeah. Esesa. But na be hu ndem hu me hu ni possible no efe and mranti be kama say. About 30-40 years time. So still no jina so ne ga abojo na white.
Yeah, quite a dimina now to me say upa na yamre. Yeah.
Nyankopon aba make say em fe pa no. Hey life.
Okay. Yeah. And indeed life is very beautiful and precious as well. Sometimes which me could not garden we una say oh share rose flowers name. And as sometimes call so yana pana so two initial so which me say oh Charlie life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. I think people don't pay attention, but I do pay attention because I enjoy it. Sometimes I'm in my shopping, me share amount for muchim. Also, Obi is serious. Obi ni Obi din komo Obi ye ko Obi yes Obi komo Obi. I enjoy that process.
BB Koso.
Yeah, and I like going to the beach as well.
Okay.
But now I heard the amount for and I enjoy that to the maximum.
Beach nankasa there was some particular places we were on. I think say a walk on side, you know. That's my favorite point. And notes now how you see the breeze coming towards you and the wind blowing and you feel the sound.
Yeah,
Charlie.
And the vessels now my docky.
Yeah, yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, it makes it very nice. It's a sight too. And I bet 12 in you
oh, that's nice. 12, that's nice.
I stayed there from I think 11:30 to 1.
Oh, okay. And then now should be Koswana.
No, I like the beach.
Oh, okay.
Umame places say 10 out of 10. Then you won't whatever I'll choose the beach.
You choose the beach.
Yeah.
Beach need yeah a one year. Now assembly na abetu dwa na watchima Ghana for a tennis rene abasa na mesi uchali. Yen fambra na yes you make the yadwon ho. SIM card re-registration yeah. Yes also be ye Sam George and the betu dwa say this SIM card na nanado mo be ye no ba omi abeye ye no utum say na enye legit. Nti ono no betumi aye papapam e dia maye. Nti no Ghana for man kwan na yemfa say ye support emfa ma no na yentumi nye SIM card registration go for.
Okay. First of all, me dem emfa me support Emma.
Okay.
Even if he's going to do it better than what the previous government did. The kasabi etele and answer show otherwise. Didn't na make kasa. Me who ninsem bia no ka say I don't expect everybody to register. But for the law-abiding citizens.
Me problem.
Okay. The underlying factor in here or person you register anyway according to Sam George no.
Okay.
Momo same fraud. If your underlying factor is that and you don't expect everyone to register, then I don't know what you're fire by anything. Open say, oh fight a no. Now we'll say, oh, you don't expect everyone to register. Now corona will fight no. I said saying. So now no what Sam George is telling us ne say, omo ba register no mumu no eno mo ho ebenya asem anasa asemba it will affect them. Dear intia, or say what the card no register mo obi. Na
nipa ne
be boni bia.
Okay.
The funny thing is, they are not going to trace the person who did it. Akochi no, almost say you block it. How does that make sense? Say I'm pass some person who fight a crime, and I say more person who stop him move fraud. Or say apprehension be bim. Ubi any a track here, but tracking a Akochi nipan. You must say more can you say? Say nipan di could be bonia because or say or register your. Yebema primary number ni yet say deep like they are me register for SIMSA they are me use no
and one
master one
okay
into dia second one could di boni a be flag it yellow na third one be could di boni a after they are flag ni a block it SIMS no any phone na the end because now they are going to register it with the IMEI number your phone so registration number okay. But the American here say ne kasa mu nyina no manti so mo ka say be kwa kwachi obi ye be investigation
kwachi obi
yes and momo for no say momo frosters no so mo be sure mo na wo be block amount for some therefore mo be there are still bad people in the system who will find a way around what you are doing and still misbehave and America no so who catch me say you don't expect everybody to register I don't know who you need crime nyanyansen. If you want to fight crime, if you want to fight fraud, it has to be mandatory.
So
yes. Now, who person would try to say the previous administration, the year was. It is neither here nor there. Because now, even now, if you want to register a seminar only Ghana card, omonje a friend saying voter ID card, omonje
health insurance and
a Ghana card no moji, they register with SIM. and you are telling me that there is no proper database, what they are doing is flawed. So, Baba, you have before. It's neither here nor there. Meet here, Omampeni, Suna, Omampeni, Mahama, no Kasa. And I was very disappointed in Ninsemini Bia Okae. Or say Emra no more register, not communication minister, any NIA boss.
Or when you went
Yeah. Okay, fine. But is the database there?
I think it will be there.
Yes. Yeah. So when you want to don't trust the database ni ho. You don't have to come back and re-register the whole. Look at that. That means these people na kasa no. Omo plan say omo ba be bibi papa boa Ghana. It's always plot and scheme to just embezzle money. I make an what I say. Oh, kasa no one kasa. Oman register. Also oman register, but no muntemu nye. No muntemu nya. You see oman no so muntemu ye. The database is there. Work with the database. Sana mo kandia. Na say some register bibia, some register re-register voter ID card. Mo register a friend saying passport. Mo register bibia.
Ghana card.
The Ghana card bibia. And then a biometric. A month for tampering. And I'm a guy said, time now you can register Ghana card. No, our numbers were taken. So there were primary numbers. They register.
Ghana card. Yeah.
I don't know why, especially this Ghanaian government, between NPP and NDC, they only get sense when they are in opposition. Nansa bo mutrim abro opposition.
Oh, omutsi echi hono mo no.
Inti me kra me hu ne say anka wo a we win no. Enkani kwan say ma wo take decisions. Anka decision making no. Go to the opposition.
Opposition
yes.
For
Sir, registration omo ye omo register amount for more than 500,000 yeah. Omo farm for 5,000. I heard one MPP member aka say the people's money should be refunded to them, which is a very laudable idea. Funny enough, they did the same thing when they were in power.
Everyone did.
So Sami Jatane asem na okekano. Fine, na mekano. Maybe this will be a stricter way of ensuring say people won't commit and as omonyemumu fraud. But what he's saying, and need the seriousness of an entirely and Americano. You have a household. And I find it out or more bad things. It's the number register but by force. And I know it is neither here nor there. It doesn't make sense under any circumstance. It is a way to embezzle money. That is how I see it. I stand to be corrected anyway. Now, Sam George especially, I don't think he's in any proper position to require or request from us to register. Because this is a guy who a previous administration or say what is stubborn academy. Register. And even Mitie ne submission be no say until now on register
mekai pa
obi ya o mbesa obeye o dia o buy I say
also babe now what's the difference
so
bibia
are you guys serious?
That's it.
And look, if you look at the budget now I'm person somebody registered na I'm fan to chain and come from bieju. What Ghanaians need right now is we need jobs. And Nuntina, your friend is saying amount for over 500,000 it will apply for a Juma Omon Sankan. So we need jobs. What am I saying?
Whilst they have even paid for it.
The best way to fight Momo fraud is to apprehend those who are doing it. There is technology I bet to locate it. Maybe seminal echo redraw sika and or transfer. There is technology to do that. This is 2026 for crying out loud. Why are you not emphasizing on how to apprehend the people or how to say what think for no more yes no now see register. Into your register no be where is sika then now. Now I'm blocking me banism. Now me sika no me na me saka. What am I saying? Mobi wia omusika sia so muntu mi kochina.
Ombechi is see.
Obi ko wia me no mi sika na say no
phobia.
So if you ask me, it is a misplaced priority. NPP has done their part by registering the SIM. They should use the database and they should upgrade it or do a better job at or the database they were ordered. We shouldn't go and I'll say any re-registration. How is it not re-registration? I say in table. What's on open school? How is it not? If our SIMs and American, the SIMs never work on. No card is accepted when you want to register the SIM apart from Ghana card. If you want to use the same Ghana card to register the SIM and you don't want to call it re-registration, then no crowd on say and now no air fracadam. What am I saying?
I say a quite be soon or more person more far.
At the Jessica, like, see, I could conquer no more kind, 24-hour economy no more kind. Your friend is saying,
Galamsey
resetting agenda, no,
even up Galamsey, no,
Galamsey is still going on. What am I saying? But so my friend on district, I am a call, and it's not even as if they are hiding in plain sight. They are doing it. Nasia crime say Ramahama be admit say NDC for now be count.
So it's someone more power.
What am I saying? So if your baseline is to care Momo fraud, and was say we empower the police with technology, obi yes or na instantly. You bet me e will be an impan wo ni akwa investigation wo ni action. And yes say obi the card ni Momo fraud and they are blocking. And then what are you fighting? You are not fighting anything. So me, if you ask me, misplaced priority, a way to just job for the boys and money for the boys' pocket. It is not necessary. And from the own submission, no, me who say a serious thing, yeah, more person when they can be more fraud. It doesn't make sense to me anyway.
Dr. Richard Apau, or forensic and cyber security experts, and also the assembly that now I didn't say no can. I mean reading no bro. I say it will cost 48 million to fully make old SIM registration data usable. But the re-registration being pushed by Sam George will cost Ghana 240 million. The difference of 192 million can create sustainable jobs for about 7,000 youths.
Okay. So these guys like too many talk and mathematics. Yeah. Mr. Registration,
they should just put it somewhere.
Say obi Momo like Momo fraud no there. No What's the mechanism? But I think say there should be monies in people's pockets, so they should open jobs. And American. Me, if you ask me about this SIM registration based off of what I've heard from Sam George and Amahama, it's a way to embezzle money. That is personally what I feel. And if you look at the mathematics here, I don't feel say they should do something about the old database which involves this huge sum of money. The difference is no joke.
Rather than 92 million.
The difference is no joke. And even their friends saying old database, you know, the umber topic up the INA saying.
That's 48 million.
It's 48 million a joke.
To make a fully old SIM registration data usable.
And see, let's look at this thing properly. Okay. We'll say old administration, they've done a very bad
job.
I don't know more as a matter of fact. We'll say yawa. So why are they working free? Say what they sika and now mining the sika should be inside. Now why say we didn't say munu who buyer what's say buyer for because nipa ne didn't say munu go and watch nipa no fa esi camera. That is what you have to do.
Monko jiska na monfanye.
Yes. One mo can say nipa no wa jiska na why ade basa. Into why is the person working free? And I was say Ghanaian taxpayer and I say bear the consequences. Sometimes I look at the way these people analyze situations and sometimes me beside I say where are we going? And I'm maybe make our or minor to me take a decision be. Yes, a board of directors and cabinet ministers. These people are Omako University area. And come for say check your certificate. I don't even believe say Oma Bobos are degrees from our Bobo. They make decisions. No, they are tour. No, be away with JSS. You just listen to the thing one time, 30 seconds, and you see how stupid the whole thing is. That's the American say. Obi edinse obi agisika wanya ade papa. Kwache no. Unkoche no. We jani pardon am. Now say yen na we di esika no. O san eba bebe den yen with the whole like amount of this money. It doesn't make sense. MPP and NDC for over 30 something years. Amubu my way ya. Yen say they who say ye ko enimo si ye buy it. These people Oma Hagana papa.
That one there is true. It's true.
All their priorities are misplaced. All their priorities. Say Ibrahim Traore, it to me the $12 million. Be tomato factory, tomato plant. Why yes, I don't know. Now yet it's ha near the sika and to say kwa SIM registration. Abra like population and now youth no omo nie edwuma nya. I'm sorry. You are not thinking straight. And funny enough, what some of the countries lack. I spoke to an Indian man and I say what Indian lacks, like the youth wanting to do edwuma thing. And no na India omo lack it. Omo youth no omo say omo pe computer omo pe edwuma thing. That is why omo hard working jobs relocated back parts of
Africa.
Lucky for a country like Ghana or African country. More youth, they are willing to work. What's the idea? You won't put them to use. They are willing. Who they? Yes, I will ye be na yes, be a wood a day 50 cedi. Never amount for Mabebu or some person yes.
Yeah.
Some of the countries lack youth who are willing to work. You are blessed with so many natural resources, and on top of that, you have the youth who are willing to work. What's the meaning answer? Me got Jessica Baba registration. Me got Jessica M. The BN Juma Matine phone here. Now I'm what's on a brofaka sending say Munukwa and what. These politicians, I don't know, and American, we have to check their certificate. I'll say check say I'm pass school no more because actions enter will be our school. Actions enter will be our degree. Actions enter will be our sebe. I'm sorry, but that's the country we find ourselves in, and it's so unfortunate.
But do you think, even with doing this crowd, do you think it can stop the Momo fraud? Because I could remember, this is what the previous administration promised us. So, yes, our SIM card registration we are. We'll be able to mean fraud deal. But a time came, it became even worse. To the extent, one case I will see put the account, but people start complaining of their money disappearing in the account. And do you think, even with doing this crowd, can they stop the Momo?
They can't. Fraud? Let me break it down. Okay, say you have a car at home. Somebody comes to steal it, and you have the technology to go and catch the person. Do you now say, oh, maybe alarm or car no, I'm sure alarm no better alarm. What it means to go and catch the person? Then best serve it as deterrent. Next a winning ban. The focus should be on technology to identify those who are doing it and let them face the full rigors of the law, not to re-register. I think Sam George you can say technology no on TSU said one time he was saying he said the system amount for the area sika way no because me area because of MTN4 security system. And I'm saying you know what people hack?
It's so amount for area.
Amount for hack Bank of America. Now see Momo here doing hacking. Are you kidding me? And I make say solution na I was say they are not focusing on that. They are focusing on ways and means to just embezzle money. That is my opinion. Say amount for area sika. Find a way to stop them from area sika, or better still, find a way. So let's say amount for akwe asimesi akoyi Momo fraud oyi be 500 cedi. You jailing in 20 years. Obi ye Momo fraud obedrin ho.
That's it. Obedrin ho.
You don't come back to us and come and tell us say I don't and American I don't expect everyone to register. Are you kidding me? It is a joke. It is a complete joke. If you are not expecting everybody to register and you think you want to care Momo fraud with leniency and answer with freedom to register or not to register. Next, you all can register no moment na wo person no.
Yeah, ne ho be kire no. So no all ya the papa.
On the all ya the papa na ho be kire. No be kire. You no who expect to be register ne there. So ya won't to mention. Yeah. So MPP and NDC, I'm sorry. And sometimes the very unfortunate thing is you hear the youth na omo ya de netia ye no. Na omo kwama MPP ni NDC.
Yeah, you see.
O ka asem no.
Sometimes the level of our mentality no say enye obiana like or what dream or they dream equachisa inko bibiara or dream ni da ho no bia can easily tell say these two people they are they are twins.
Yes,
not like brothers. Yes. They are twins. Yes. It's just like me offending you. Going to report to this one, then you become sided with this one, then I offend you, then you come back to me, I offend you, then the same cycle is running. Then Charlie, people are chopping money.
And I got a funny in India, the reason why I don't blame Ghanaians too much is that it is the duty of every government, say Obama and Nkrofo. It's the duty of every government to educate its people and to create awareness on matters that on subjects that matter. If the government Ghana for literacy any more problem, it will take a very long time for things to change. TikTok Ghana for
any that's it.
The government is not willing to
do that. Hey, now when he be on
no Ghana for any bia anka MPP ni NDC ko bia nto abamo. Dey nti na make sa. Wako ashama. Akoto phone ya dada.
Yeah boo.
Wako cycle. Akoto phone ya dada. No be say try. Now what I say kaswa dey mate say akromfo. No asa ko back to ashama. We kwase ya. Ko try o de kaswa no ko ne ko try na say ampa e bebu a. Uko kaswa so ne ebu a. Men san ko kaswa bi o men san ko ashama bi o men san ko cycle.
Sa ko be before.
Try different edum PZ. That is how you live. You don't make the same mistake twice and expect different results. MPP and NDC for over 32 years, they can't even solve electricity problem. Light.
Water.
All the departments you can talk of, all the problems you can talk of in a civil society, Ghana has them after 32 years of voting. Ghana is 69, near two skable, near going independent. Misplaced priorities. These people are not willing to solve any problem. And it will be like that.
That's it. So let's go back to our let's take our final question then. You'll be done of the day. Spending and saving, which one is good?
Spending and saving.
Yeah, you spending and you saving, which one is?
Depends on what you are spending on. It depends on what you are saving.
Okay.
Yeah. Take for instance, salary about 5,000. Yeah, 10,000. Salary na of course you have to see. You don't have to spend. But if you are spending,
so like saving to like you can say
acquire something that will increase your income. Makes sense. But if your spending is also such that it makes your income goes a step further. Yeah, so I think it goes hand in hand. Depends on what you are saving for and depends on what you are spending on. Yeah. Inti say when I make a salary be 5,000, no here dey be 10 and 15,000. Now say me car and me fencing, it try me car, you know, mama ire kakra, mama me mbaka kakra be 2,000. I'm dey be 2 now say I mean friend me side chick bi na me man be 500 woman. I'm sorry to tell you we are kwase. Ni mom no anka wo de size ka no toto wa de koto machine no e machine ni ye adwuma e ma wo mfaso a you have saved for a better cause. But in the same spectrum or in the same space, you try make 5,000. I'm say okay, maybe 1,000 and 2,000 they register mo sim. I'm starting I mo kakra my no so the kakra we come. So it depends on
what you are spending on.
And what you are saving for. Yeah.
But I think spending is more better than you saving.
Depends on what you are spending on. If you are spending on things that are not bringing you returns, it is a problem. And also now you're serious. Yeah. Because I mean Saraf Mahama na a friend saying
Mahama ne baba.
Na me hwe bisika na bia yakọ baabi. Na Saraf Mahama spend be 5,000 or now me make us spend 1,000. I mean, Sharaf Mahama. Yes. Because on only 5,000 I was spending. Yeah, 5,000 be or be millions be we now be me make it a 5,000. Now me dimu 1,000. Now me call complain. So no I was spending 5,000. Only answer. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm no problem. Yeah. So spending and saving, it depends on what you are saving for. It depends on what you are spending on. Yeah. You are spending lavishly. Now only backup accounts be our and
but for me personally, I don't think it is advisable to save. Like, what are you saving for?
It depends on what you are going to get. For instance, an American, me find say you make 2,000. There was a talk. Me find say machine 2,000 as my salary. Of course, they couldn't do me try make 2,000 in for those machine.
It's what they say 2,000 the better one almost as what's in 2,000
say you try me 2,000 me did you What must say? Where did you? Yeah, mema me nua bi kakra. Mema me girl bi kakra. I mean the 500 yato.
To what the 500 ne beto one
So time I met me akwakoto ade no. Bi ade na me akwakoto no. And so met me am be 100 cedis every day. Na me kan what you say.
But so like you putting that 500 cedis down to wait for another month to put another 500 cedis down. So why don't you spend that 500 cedis
on what?
On something like something that can bring you income.
Yeah, if it is something that is bringing you income, and it depends on what you are spending on. If it is something that is bringing you income, fair enough.
that's
but if you are spending it for spending sake, and I'm sorry. Bob, what Bob 40 CD. Also, paper machine out but light here scales here me fair. Into the main contours are light. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nah, so after if you don't save to buy something to actually.
Oh, actually.
It's not like you are just enjoying life and
how? Who done some benin phone cause I'm Kromna, I'm more brabia, no more than 2 years. I'm more brabia, no 2 for say. A branch of your way, and I mean, I'm for you. One more brand.
One more brand to me.
Yeah. You. There was a time that me personally. There was a time that I wasn't even spending on clothes.
Okay.
The tartare baggy, I sent it in a
and
me who say a man for I probably draw my attention. Such a man get close to you. I say, you the work, you the make a crowd. Why you know they spend on yourself? At that point in time, you know. Now I won't hear it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I saved. I bought cameras. I bought some machines, and then we could try to be with them. Me just 5K. 35 na me say oh me 500 and I share high life accounts more. No.
Yeah.
What I say? Yeah. So spending and saving depends on what you are spending on. Depends on what you are saving for.
What you are savings. But for me personally, I think for you to be saving small, you just have to be spending on something that you get income. I think that really helps because when you put that 500 cedis down, unya interest biya.
Okay.
All the two banking so the interest is very small. But suppose
bank crowd, no.
Yeah, suppose you bought like 3 shares from Kanta and I say 5 shares 100. But now the 50 better to so. Even though it's still your savings, but you buy things that do not expire. I them say, "Well, Charlie, people will come for it." I think that's the best way to.
Yeah, but that also comes with risk. Me, I'm a printer, I'm a photographer.
Yeah, you risk money. Yeah,
I'm a printer, I'm a photographer. I would rather invest in my printing than venturing into another business. Yeah, and yes, a business.
Oh yeah.
So now you come into that space. I feel now very sure customers. Take for instance this example. I would mami. Yeah, minya some sikabi. Be a printer instead of be a make top papers. Don't do have go at maybe a cheaper price. No, I'm sure you cotton tadi. After I maybe spend another time different.
I bet customers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's good to spend within
your space.
In your space.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's fair enough. Today we have learnt a lot. In the baby. Your last shout out to that.
Yeah, my last shout out. My uncle Brebo, my name is secondary school. Joshua Dofenyo. Na double. Last time they just
yeah. They also were free.
Then Udin birthday. Like this guy has done so much for me.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, I don't think I can write my life story without this guy.
Without him.
This guy stood in for me like to say me and a girlfriend. Yeah, own to me enjoy me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like me person there were certain instances I don't to say that I'm on for me bomechi. Now this guy stood in for me like 100. I think there was a time na I was at Miami Jina me nice to no crown still no per se and then na on boy na me so chairman. You are born we do the it's time for me to move on. Yeah, he's helped me so much at the lowest point in my life. Today being his birthday, I wish him a very happy birthday. and the wishes are a person wishing in a back or copy America. Me wish he would explore the rest of the continent.
The continent, yeah.
So happy birthday, Joshua. Happy birthday, Joshua Dofenyo. Yeah, see double. Yeah.
And then no dinner birthday, no.
Then no dinner birthday.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Now just in the Mashama. Then I'm doing what I'm saying, just in the Masha. You know, so what? Masha crass to na. Me fan to mano.
Oh, Babaji.
Yeah.
Free Yankee bar.
Oh, Babaji.
Yeah. That's nice. You know, sometimes we be my enye de bia boni no be ya ye be kai the little things that people do that help us now.
The interesting thing is sometimes I don't even want to return the favor on print. Yeah. Me pese o ma me ye bibi ma no. Say dia o ba me press on. O kan bi am pese me ye ma no. O na also saying so no etua. That is how good a person he is.
Yeah, like helped you like.
Yeah. So me didn't know how to grow on any day.
Okay, yeah. Enti ebusuafo ahana ye day your friend say draft time ni nyina besi and then so a very wonderful discussion. Mesra said the bia hwe free bia ya na wemia your friend say like button so na wasan so subscribe bia ma ye na wajai or comment no. Mesra say ye be kan e de amount. Ochina 4 o'clock nso be san so ehue. Ye damasi.